Io sono Luca Manfè e voi state guardando il podcast di Growing Up Italian.
Mic check. Just check the levels real
Mic check,
quick.
yeah, we're good, we're good.
Check. One,
Mic-
two, three,
are you
one,
you're
two,
gonna
three.
speak over there, Luca?
Can I?
Yeah. So I'll just
Do I
keep
look
ours
good?
a little further too.
How do I look?
You look like $1 zillion.
Yeah?
You look
You
sharp.
look like a better dressed Mario Bosco.
Who's Mario Bosco?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman.
He's the most viral thing that's hit the internet since Peanut Butter and Jelly.
The comedian.
Yeah.
Comedian's saying it lightly.
His name is Mario.
His name is Mario.
Oh, is it big? Really?
Yeah, he's been in a lot of movies.
Not as big as you though.
A big,
Well, height-wise.
as big like mozzarella guy?
No, he wishes he was a little more.
Who's? Oh, what's right?
Well, they're actually best
more
friends,
like
though. They're
I
best
saw
friends.
like we
They're
all
best friends,
saw
though.
him like raising to the
Yeah.
kingdom of stuff, right? I think the first time that I started following him, he had like 50 or 60,000. Now he has like
Umo?
yeah.
Yeah,
Now
he's.
he's just climbed up.
And the young kids call that viral. You know, the young kids nowadays, we call it viral. When you get like a lot of
I
followers,
understand.
we say viral.
It happened to me too, you know. I went viral.
Exactly.
Just with yeah, but it's crazy because I see these people like online for. I've been like doing it.
Yeah, you're in the game for a while now.
Yeah, and it just like hits in a different way. I think.
You think internet influencers are better than TV? Like, you know how people go viral on TV and going viral on the internet? What do you think is better?
Well, we don't have TV, so
What do
I
you mean
could,
you don't have TV?
No
You don't have a
TV,
TV
no
in your
cable,
house?
no. We watch
So how many
every-
kids do you have? 14?
I have 2 kids.
Because you know,
You get busy, you know.
No.
The joke is like when our nonni say, "Oh, Nana's like, oh, she's 8." Then she was one of
Yeah,
16.
but after those generations, we learn how babies were made.
What do you mean after that generation?
But
Contraception.
that generation had no idea how babies were born. So that's why they made so many kids. Now we know better, no?
What do you mean, like you guys pull out or
That's a
birth
little
control?
bit too much information.
No, because but
no,
I meant
no,
more-
I actually donate all mine.
I actually no, because what I was thinking was the joke is you're throwing me off right now. The joke is that when you have TV, you watch TV instead of, how you doing.
I understand. You can still have a lot of sex without having kids. That's my point.
Yeah, but imagine with no TV, what's gonna happen? That's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, we read.
You play with that.
That's
You
the whole point of not having TV. So you read.
All right,
And
this-
you talk more.
read.
You read. And you
This
talk.
is Luca Manfe, professional chef. Everybody, thank you for coming back on the podcast, Luca.
All right, yeah, for everybody listening, we're catching up with Luca. It's been a long. Don't forget to tip Luca, okay?
Yeah.
On the way out.
I'll have the bill for the tool and
you-
the gas.
Did you watch the Super Bowl yesterday?
We don't have cable, so we don't have TV. But we are not American football.
Wait, are you
game.
Amish?
Actually, when I first started dating my wife and she was from Pennsylvania, everybody would ask me, "Is she Amish?"
Oh yeah.
Like, she may pass by Amish, but no, we're not Amish. Just we have 2 young kids, right? And I think that one of the biggest problems with the newer generation right now is technologies, and we don't have TV. So when the kids
Good for you, man.
when the kids are bored at home, guess what? Either they go and play outside or they pick up a book. They play
And these
Lego.
kids are gonna be astronauts.
We got Legos everywhere. Yeah.
That's great, man. That's great. See, like my kids, we always talk about screen time. Screen time for you, it's
Yeah.
not an issue at all.
It's not. I mean, they do watch stuff. We have internet at home, and but like that, we are able to target more what they're watching and try to get instructions.
When you say you have internet at home, that just sounds so crazy to me. Can you explain what internet at home means? Like you got dial-up, or she uses like your kids use like
Are you holding an antenna?
they use a
on top?
PC. You know what I mean? Like
we have a good connection. That's what we're saying.
Good Wi-Fi?
We have a laptop. Yeah.
Super speed?
Serious? I don't know. My wife got it for work. She works remotely.
Oh, okay.
So it needed to be a big...
How old are your kids?
Valentino just turned 7. Luca will be 9 in July.
So my kids are 7. So
yeah, I saw.
same
I
age,
see them a
same
lot.
age.
Yeah. So the Super Bowl, we don't follow football, huh?
Really?
And also, honestly, as far as sports that the kids could play, American football was never on the list.
Yeah, it's
We
very,
think it's a little
very
bit too
dangerous.
dangerous, right?
Yeah.
And also, I'm Italian. I grew up like, for us in Italy, you know, it's not like here that you have like football and baseball and basketball. Like when I grew up, it was like soccer from the moment.
So you actually
wake
call it
up in
soccer
the
though, or
morning.
no?
Well, it's different. Like we call it calcio.
Yeah.
So I think lost
Or
in
football. A lot of
translation.
people say football too.
I mean, the Latino.
Italians say calcio.
Yeah, we call it calcio, which if you translate it means kick. Right? Here I came, I don't really care how they call it. It's the same argument as like, is it gravy or sauce?
Right.
Like, fuck it. It's
I
calcio.
like that. I feel like we should start saying that. You play kick? You play kick? That'd be
Kick?
kind of hot.
I mean,
Kick?
Latinos country are huge in football.
yeah.
So,
but they spell it like football. What do you?
yeah, it's different.
It's still
Yeah,
different.
it's different. But again, in Italy, it was like soccer.
There's certain people that watch the show. If they heard us say soccer, they would flip.
Oh, I'm sorry for them.
Like you're
They
gonna get
flip
us in
for
trouble.
So easy. Yeah.
We
That's the
were
problem
inviting you.
nowadays.
What was that?
That's the problem nowadays. People get upset with everything. Who cares how I call it? Just play the game. It's a beautiful game. To me, it's the most beautiful game in
is.
the world. We love it. That's why, you know, in Italy, I think probably 90% growing up was all about soccer. We would play soccer in the morning before going to school. Then when you have the ricreazione, how do you call it ricreazione? When you stop between classes.
Not intermission.
Yeah, something like that. We would play.
Oh,
yeah.
recess.
Recess. Yeah,
Oh,
we had
yeah,
10,
yeah.
15 minutes. We played outside in the gravel.
Yeah.
School was over. Before we take the bicycle to go home, we would play half an hour. Then we go home.
Knees scraped and everything.
Oh, forget about it. All the time. But that's what now these generations are missing. Nobody's playing on the streets anymore. I mean,
True,
it's dangerous in New York City.
Too much
of course.
TVs.
Nah, it's not that
Yeah.
bad here.
I'm on YouTube like
No,
every night.
dangerous like the cars and everything.
Oh,
It's not like I
yeah,
grew
yeah,
up in
yeah.
an 8,000 people home.
Right.
You know, I'm in town.
How old? What mean?
Yeah, they
So
didn't
Sabino's
have,
right.
They didn't have TV.
No TV. So did you guys have TVs in Friuli growing up? That's where you're from, right?
Yeah.
I always
we're
used to-
not from.
I used to always think it was called like instead of Friuli, like Fusili with an R.
Fusili with
Is that a good way to explain it? You think Friuli?
No. It's Friuli. It's Friuli. I mean, Venezia, Giulia, because it's three different
Regions?
territories in the whole region. Yeah, it's a small area. You know, from north to south, from the Adriatic to the Alps and the border, you drive in less than 2 hours. But because of the strategic point during the eras, we had a lot of different peoples in it. So the Venezia obviously is more towards the Venice.
So it's north.
Right, we are the last one in the northeast.
Yeah.
After us is Yugoslavia. You know, they just early 1900s was part of the Austrian and Hungarian kingdom. Or late
You
1800s.
read, we don't.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
wasn't
but
part of
also-
Italy?
Huh?
They weren't part of the unification of Italy?
After Italy was unified, yes. Now you're gonna put me in a bad spot if I'm gonna say something wrong about history.
I gotta
But that
be
area
honest,
was
too.
the Austrian-Hungarian kingdom
Gotcha.
for a long time.
I gotta be honest with you, Luca. Like,
Yes.
I think as far as European schooling
Yeah.
and American schooling, you guys know like so much more world history than us.
I agree with you, and I see it with my wife too. I think that you probably hear in school you have more to focus in this side of the world.
Right.
And as far as
As
geography
not,
for us,
not even as this side. I think America.
It's all American history.
It's always
Yeah.
High school, it's U.S. History 1, U.S. History 2.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, you don't
No,
learn
no.
world history unless you choose
I
to
think
take
it
that.
makes sense, but this is a conversation that happens a lot with my wife.
Yeah.
Sometimes we talk about like European capitals, and I think I know most of them, which she has no clue. But she said like we didn't study this.
Right.
yeah, we didn't. Like if you ask me about the presidents, like I know a lot of presidents.
Yeah.
Like, the world history, like Italy. I
Yeah.
wish I learned more about that. But those were like for the smart kids, like AP.
How do you say to each his own? How do you say?
Yeah.
What we say is C's and D's get degrees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That means barely passing by.
Yeah.
Of course.
That's why we're here today with you. Or else I'll be with Elon
Rosso di
Musk.
sera, buon tempo si spera.
Che cosa?
Same shit. Like whatever you said, I'm throwing you some Italian.
I thought you said something about Sfera.
Rosso di
basta.
sera, no, rosso di sera, buon tempo si spera.
Sfera, basta fare canzone.
Ha finito?
No.
Oh, le fa ancora.
Ce la fai.
No.
Sempre.
Rosso di sera is like when the skies are red at night, you hope for a good weather the next day.
In the morning, yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, do you watch Rai Internazionale or no?
I do not.
I was gonna say, you didn't
I'm
watch
not your
Sanremo?
typical Italian. I watch Sanremo, just the people I care for on YouTube.
Like all like the highlights.
Oh,
and
so
stuff?
you
Yeah,
like,
like
look.
I thought I watched some of them. So Gianluca Grignani, the new generation has no idea more or less, but in the 90s, Gianluca Grignani was huge.
Yeah.
And so I looked at him, and I thought that the crazy stuff
Actually,
that
this is-
Fedez did was like pretty
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah. What do you do? I didn't see.
So the first time I loved him because he's very controversial, and he goes against politics and he talks up, right? And he's in Rai, which is the public television.
For everybody that doesn't know who Fedez is,
Fedez is.
would you say he's Kanye West and his wife is Kim Kardashian of Italy? You like that, right?
It's not a bad analogy, honestly.
Because
it's not
she,
a bad
because
one,
she
yeah.
wore like
It's
a
not
see-through
a
shirt
bad one,
with
one.
the how you doings, you know?
Well, so her dresses had a very specific message. Her campaign on San Remo, and I'm not saying I agree or disagree, I'm just explaining what it is. She went out to send a message about women equality, women rights, right? And she also had a big speech talking about her growing up and the way the women are looked into the families nowadays. She's a big, entrepreneur. She's a very successful person. So she's not the typical stereotype, right? That society wanted to see as far as women staying home with the kids all the time. So she wanted to speak up about that. If you look into all her three dresses have a very specific message, which I like that somebody speaks up like that. Don't agree to her showing her boobs on national television,
It's
but that's
nice,
her
though.
choice, right? That's
it's
their
nice.
choice. Fedez had one speech. He had one freestyle.
He also kissed a guy, which in Italy, when people see stuff like that, it's not like in America where you see this all the time. Right? Like on TV. Maybe I'm wrong because
No, you're right about that, but that's a married guy with two kids at home kissing another man on stage. So,
That's what he did that this year?
yes. So
Is it- he also threw a tantrum, right?
There's nothing wrong about same-sex people kissing each
yeah, it's
other.
fun.
yeah,
And I actually met
But
that guy
he's a
Gypsy.
married man.
That gentleman Gypsy. Me and Lope were saying we met him when we were in Torino.
Who?
The guy that he did that with.
See, I don't know anybody like.
So
half
that
of
guy
the
we
people,
just met him. We just met
Half
him.
of the people that were in San Remo, I don't know them because I don't follow the normal stuff. I listen to
It's-
Gianni Morandi and Cesare Cremonini, Eros
Hey.
Ramazzotti.
Maron.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's a
that's
good
my
point.
people, right?
Honestly, though, because we still love that kind of music, right?
Yeah.
That's what we grew up on, and
Yeah.
a lot of Italians today say, "Well, you guys are stuck in the '70s. You guys are stuck in the '80s when your
It's just
when
a
your
different
ancestors
generation.
came here."
It's just a different generation.
Do you think San
know?
Remo
What?
is your Super Bowl?
No. Serie A is our Super Bowl.
Yeah,
every
but
Sunday.
They have
You
no
see
playoffs.
80,000
You know why I'm
people.
saying that though?
Yeah.
Because like yesterday, I had 10 people at my house to watch the game. Right?
Yeah.
Some people do like watch parties for San Remo because Serie A is like a points system, so you don't really have that one big. It's Champions League.
It's not playoffs.
Champions League is more like
No, I understand, but it's every game in Italy is like if you go in the bars in Italy,
the
they have,
fanatics.
like,
so
the
every day is a
fanatics.
Super Bowl. You're saying?
It's follow the law. It's not, but I'm like here. I believe I have a lot of American friends, and when we go on Sundays, there is 2 or 3 TVs on with football. I think that's the main thing. Sanremo is something obviously very important. For many years, it was down the drain, but now they have Amadeus as an artistic director.
Yeah, he's
and
good.
he brought it up very, very well.
he's good.
And also the talent, like it or not like it, the Italian music talents right now are very good.
I like that they make people vote. That's what I like.
Yeah, they
the
make
most.
people vote, and
So,
also
like,
it used to be just for old people.
Right.
Not old people. I'm sorry, more older
Cater to the older crowd. for sure.
singers too.
Yeah.
Now you have the young kids.
have a lot
that
of rap
wants to
kids,
go
too.
To San Remo.
A lot of rap
I mean,
kids, too.
the music changed.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's just not my style, you know.
If someone never watched San Remo before,
Yeah.
how would you explain it to them?
It's the most famous Italian competition for singers. Like, it's a good push. Anybody at the
But-
beginning of their career wants to go to Sanremo because either you do good or bad. You know, Vasco Rossi, first Sanremo, 18 years old.
Oh, really?
Last one.
And that's
Look at
it.
him now. He's 71.
huge.
Yeah.
And he has like 300,000 people going at the concert.
So once you're established, you don't go back.
To Sanremo,
Yeah.
most of the people no. They go as a...
But this guy won twice. The guy who just won, Marco Mengoni.
That's up, you know, it's up of the character, you know. Like Maneskin,
Yeah.
they're never going to go back.
Right.
You don't
Now
need to.
they go
There's
back.
no reason for them
Yeah,
to
they go back as a guest.
Who's the
right?
Sanremo GOAT?
What do you mean? The Sanremo go?
Yeah.
People from the past. I think Gianni Morandi may have won like 5 or 6 times.
Did you get a ring if you win, like a Super Bowl? Or no?
No, you get the lion, no?
the lion, yeah.
King
The lion?
lion.
He's got 6
I-
lions.
King
literally-
lion with the palm tree. 'Cause
I literally
Sanremo's
know
on the
nothing
beach,
about
it's full of
San Remo.
palm
I mean, I don't want to say I know nothing, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't
know-
think you have any music competition here besides the reality show. But
I mean,
there's
you have
nothing to
awards.
do
You have
with it.
awards, not
Oh, the Grammys and stuff.
American Idol.
Yeah, but that's
No,
that's
that's
so
a reality
scripted.
show.
It's so scripted, the American
So
Idol.
the Grammys, right? The awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not because
that's for like
yeah.
best
Those
album.
are songs that everybody are listening
Yep.
for the first
Yes,
time.
yes.
It's a big. I mean, they did it for 73 years. It's a big thing. But like in everything, when Sanremo starts, you have people commenting all the time. It's like, oh, this is so boring. I can't believe they're still doing this, right? And people who pay a lot of money just to go there and watch the show. Like, to me,
Yeah.
like, there's a good song. I like to listen. I don't know. Gianluca Grignani made a song. I'm talking about him again. He made a song about his dad passing away. That made me cry. The other songs, I don't know. I didn't follow much.
what did you think about Latza? Did you see his?
I didn't hear the song. Again, if it's somebody I don't know, even I tried to listen to the Mengoni song.
Because like the
don't
two
know.
guys I really like know more.
Yeah.
I met a couple of times was Latza and Blanco. And a
Yeah.
lot of people went crazy for Blanco for ruining the flowers on stage. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
and then saying that he had fun with it.
Yeah, but I didn't see, like, I saw the video, but I think he had like an issue with his music. So I don't really.
Yeah. People say that his auto tune was off.
Yeah.
And he was scared to do a very bad performance. And then he throw it all up. Like you see a kid in he's a kid, right? He's young. On stage, national stage, everybody's watching, kicking something. Cost a lot of money where people put a lot of
Yeah,
work
but
on
I'm
it.
sure.
And then saying he had fun.
Yeah, but can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
From an American standpoint, that was the best promotion he could have did. Besides winning the competition.
Well, maybe for the young people, I don't know. I think he should go and work in a factory for a few months.
Blanco, you're my guy.
Do-
I got your
do-
back. But
discipline.
no, what I was thinking was when I saw that, right? Because everybody was like sending it to me because they know, I
Yeah.
know Blanco, and I was like, that's good promotion to me because now everybody's talking
Because
about
everybody
it.
talking about him.
Yeah.
I understand that. But
Like, because now if his album's coming out,
yeah.
whether there's no such thing as bad publicity,
I don't
unless
know.
it's something really bad.
I wouldn't
you know?
want to be his dad.
His dad,
I wouldn't want to be.
or would you want to
dad.
be his manager?
I wouldn't want to be. No, me. I would never like to represent somebody like this.
You got a lot of pride. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of integrity. No, I want to be an example. So whoever I'm representing, if I am going to be a manager, which is not my career, but I want to be representing somebody who has a little bit of integrity.
Right.
I just think in this world, a lot of things are what's the word? Planned out. You know what I mean?
Many, but a lot of people are writing that, are saying that he did this because of the publicity.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
I mean,
to.
I'm not speaking for him and saying that, but
Yeah.
I'm saying there's no such thing as bad publicity to me, especially if you're an artist and you're always trying to create a buzz for yourself.
Yeah.
Especially when someone already put out an album, right? It's always hard to beat that first album because you talk about your whole life to that point.
Yeah.
So then you put out another album a year or two later, how do you beat that first one?
Oh, I agree.
So you got to get people to tune in. You know, that's just how I see like a lot of American artists doing it.
But Gianni Morandi, which is 78 years old and is from an older, different generation, he came back on stage and he said, you know, he could have mentioned that there was a technical issue. We would have stopped the performance and then made him start again. Instead, like this, he just got eliminated. But as you said, maybe he doesn't care to be eliminated. Everybody's talking about him.
He won already.
I disagree. He's not going to get my money, that's for sure.
Well, were you going to buy the album? You might
I
have.
don't know. I like vinyls. You know, I'm buying.
Vinyl?
So
Vinyl's
we
a
don't listen to this.
Making a
We
comeback.
don't listen to Maneskin at home. Because I think the message is not what I want my kids to look at.
What's their music about? Because I never listened to them.
It's a heavy metal, and if you look at their videos, are very, how do you say? Help me with the word.
Expressive.
They're expressive. They more or less every time they're half naked, and so
I mean, no kid should really be looking at that. In
I
fairness,
agree.
you know?
But I'm buying all the vinyls, and I'm
smart.
keeping them. They're in my closet.
How much they go for?
They don't go much.
25, 30?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if these guys are going as big as people think, I like them, honestly. I like what they represent. Italy never had a rock band like that. They are really out there.
You
Yeah,
ever
but they
seen
sing
that
in
meme?
English though. They don't really sing that much.
They can
Italian.
do both. They can do
You ever
both.
seen that meme when like it's the guy that played Batman, Christian Bale, he's walking in the hallway with the AirPods? That's him.
Oh yeah.
Like walking in the hallway with the AirPods and he's listening to mine.
But then, like, no Italian band opened for the Rolling Stones ever. You know,
I'm sure they did
know-
in Milano, no?
but maybe in Milano, but not here in America. They have like
In America, the only guys that got that kind of success were Bocelli, Pavarotti.
yeah, it's a different type of music.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
This is a band that is competing with.
And Måneskin too. Måneskin. A lot of Americans
That's
know
right.
him. A lot of Americans know him.
We've been talking about Maneskin
Yeah,
for
no,
the
no.
last 10
But
minutes.
I'm saying they're the only ones though.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's what I'm saying.
else.
Lucas'
That's what I'm
patience
saying.
is right here, right now.
He's gonna walk off. So.
He's gonna smash his head
South
into the-
America, then you had like over the years Laura Pausini,
Yeah.
Neck, Eros Ramazzotti, right, and Tiziano Ferro. Until he said that Mexican women had a lot of hair.
He said that.
said that?
Yeah, and then he was done.
Think
Every
like-
time he posts something, you have some Latino people talking about that still. Like
Wow.
15 years later.
We all have hair, no?
No, he was talking about Mexican women. He said they're very nice, but they have mustache.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
that's
that's
crazy.
That was
That's
not,
actually
that
crazy.
was
to
not
say.
a good
Yeah.
publicity. See, there can be some bad publicity.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about it right now.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have never thought of him if you didn't mention it though.
About the bad publicity.
No, of him.
Oh,
If if we didn't mention that, we'd never mention him.
I like him.
We used to like disclaimer. We used to post like an Italian girl's arm, and it'll be like hairy. And then like the last time we did, we almost got destroyed. So we don't do that anymore.
Like American women don't have hair.
No, but like it was a joke. Like Italian women are
Italian
hairy.
genetics, typically.
Yeah,
know.
well, and I would say mostly you notice, and I don't want to be like in the middle of the hurricane, but the South they have darker colors,
Right.
so you may notice more
Maybe.
than like lighter
I
colors.
mean, yeah, I know a lot of Italian girls that come from Italian backgrounds. They have to shave their legs every day because just
We have laser now.
I
though.
think women shave very often.
we have laser now.
yeah.
though.
I don't know. We're going a little off course here, I guess.
Yeah.
Some girl,
So, Luca, what's your career? Tell us a little about what you do.
I'm an expert on Italian hair.
I know it sounds like it the way you.
I cook.
Talking.
That's my career. 20 years in America.
God bless.
Oh, this
April
year.
14, 2003. First time in Disney World.
And what year were you on MasterChef?
2013.
10 years. Wow, halfway.
Wow,
in. So
10,
what-
10, 10. That's I
Yeah.
didn't think about that. Yeah.
Where do you
10
see
and
yourself in 10 years?
Probably, hopefully retired.
Nice.
Or maybe be my kids' manager if they play soccer.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm taking them to Italy to play a few months in my town when I played
Nice.
growing up.
What team do you like? Inter. That's right. My God. Maybe we watch the Inter game together.
Huh?
Maybe we watch the Inter game together. What time do they play?
It's 2:45. Yeah, they play Sampdoria, but this year Napoli has the
Yeah, Napoli's gonna win.
So how do you watch your games?
Paramount Plus.
Oh, that's right. Streaming. Yeah.
Paramount's the best.
And we watch the World Cup on Hulu. You can
Oh,
do
yeah.
live
Hulu
TV.
Live?
Yeah, see, that's what we do, right?
Right.
It's not that we don't have technology at all.
Right.
There's always a way around it.
Yeah. No, my career has been like, I'm in a place right now where I never thought I was going to be, but I think that's the good part
What do you mean by that?
Well, I grew up, honestly, I didn't finish high school. And I came to America and everything was very easy. I was a server at 24, 25 years old in Manhattan, making lots of money, having a lot of parties and friends and going out. And but I grew up, I didn't grow up in the business. That's what I started to do in Italy in summer season, even when I was going to high school, because that was the easiest job to get. And then when you come in America, not only is it an easy job to get, but in New York, we get a plus for being Italian. Mm-hmm. You go in an Italian restaurant, everybody wants to hire you, right? Also, tall, good looking,
All right, player.
Yeah, right. But then, I also, had a little bit of knowledge, right? But knowledge not because I went to school or anything. Knowledge because I grew up in Italy and we know Italian food and Italian wines. And
we
stuff
know
like that.
Italians know best with Italian food.
I mean, that's another. That's
know-
Are you one of those guys, Luca,
about what?
that you know Italian food better than everybody?
Well,
Because we get a lot of those.
I do, but I don't let people know. No, I'm not the one commenting on stuff.
So
What's with?
if I-
Go ahead.
and I was gonna say,
Ask it.
like the chicken on pizza and pasta. Do you hate it? I love it.
You love it?
No.
To everybody it's his own, right? Listen to this. Spaghetti with meatballs. Mm-hmm. There's no such a thing, right? In Italy, we don't do spaghetti with meatballs. But we do spaghetti with tomato sauce. Mm-hmm. And we do spaghetti, and we do meatballs, right? We just don't eat it together. My wife was like, after a few years we were born, because where I grew up, there's an American Air Force base. Mm-hmm. So there are some Italian restaurants in town. They serve Alfredo sauce.
Oh,
Right? Yeah, forget about it.
fettuccine alfredo.
Because there's 8,000 Americans living in town.
You gotta cater to the Americans.
We go to the restaurant and my wife is about to order spaghetti and meatballs. Oh, forget about it. Me, my mom, my friends is like,
You have a heartache a little
"Che
bit?
cazzo, you went to come to Italy to eat spaghetti and meatballs." And she goes like, "But you make spaghetti bolognese. What is the difference?
It's true.
What is it?"
It's
This
just
guy's
instead of it being a bowl, it's
macinato.
yeah.
Exactly. So why is the big issue, right? Tell me.
I mean, I don't have. This is the problem.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with these
I mean,
things.
chicken with in pizza. You were joking, right? Pizza should be 2-3 ingredients.
Like, okay,
right?
you've been living here 20 years. You mean to tell me your favorite pizza shop, you never went in and had the Philly cheesesteak slice or the buffalo chicken slice or
Barbecue chicken.
barbecue chicken?
Me?
Yeah.
No, you're gonna be joking.
Come on.
No, I did. I mean,
Why are you like being a gatekeeper right now?
a gatekeeper?
Yeah,
Gatekeeper. Like
A
you're not allowing new
gatekeeper?
things to enter.
The
in.
gatekeeper
So-
has to stop.
I have a history of partying a lot, so I did
Potting.
partying,
Party.
partying, PARTY,
Oh, party.
partying a lot. So I may have eaten some shit along the years, you know. You know?
Quando si imbriaca, no
But,
problem. huh?
forget about it. Yeah, when you're younger and like you need to put something in your stomach, there's no problem. But if I have to make a decision and go inside a pizza shop, I may be lying. I think I remember a chicken barbecue.
Now it's all
actually
coming.
very
Now,
good.
Come on.
Now it's all coming. Now it's all
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. In Astoria, I used to
It's
live in
all
Astoria.
coming back to
But especially
me.
because when you go in, you know, and you're in a rush to go somewhere, and there's pizza by the slice, you get what it is. You know, chicken.
Barbecue.
I forgot there was a pizza place used to make a pizza chicken Caesar salad.
That's
I
good.
love
There's
it.
a lot of places like that.
With the chicken, the lettuce, and the Caesar dressing.
A little croutons.
Okay.
I love how you're telling us like we never
croutons,
heard
no.
of this.
Oh, I forgot about it.
It's like me
it.
talking to,
Yeah.
to you about fusilli.
Yeah, but if you're asking me, the Italians commenting on the food pages, like they are the only country in the world that know about food, is the most
It's the most
annoying
area.
thing
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
ever.
What's with Italians always getting mad at how people make
So
food? I don't get
This
it.
is my point of view, and as an Italian, maybe a little bit controversial, right? They feel entitled as Italians for what people built 1,000 years ago. Like, why are Italians the best in the world? I don't know. You tell me. The Romans, Galileo Galilei, the Sistine Chapel, right? Dante Alighieri. Okay. But this is thing that happened in the past, right? What is this generation so proud about themselves for? I don't understand.
Pat Boyle was saying.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. But of course, we have a big culture, right? But there's no I call it mental elasticity. They're not like a rubber band. They can adapt to different things, and they taking credit for what the previous generation built for them. It's
You know
like
what?
it's like Aaron Boone
I'ma
taking
call out-
credit for Joe Torres Yankees. It makes no sense.
Well,
it makes no
All right.
sense.
So Luca is absolutely a Met fan. High five.
No, I'm a Yankee fan.
But what are you
course.
talking about? So
I'm
do you
just
say
saying, Aaron Boone cannot
you
say,
say-
my Yankees are the best because Joe Torre won World Series, 5 of
about Babe
them,
Ruth?
right?
What about
No,
Babe Ruth?
they say we have an history as a Yankee, and that's why we can be respected, right? That's what Italians are doing. Oh, we are Italians. We built a lot of things. We invented a lot of things. So nowadays, the people born in the last 50 years, we still have to be respected as the best country in the world for this and this and
I
that.
mean, in fairness,
No.
Italy is the best country in the world.
I do agree with you, but
Yeah.
I don't have to fight about it.
But
and-
we got to call out the Italians because it's you're right. Like Italy's becoming, like Pat said, Italy's becoming a country of hotels and people that work in hotels and waiters. There's not that creativity anymore like that.
They
Like, what are they building now?
they
You know,
thrive off of things from the past, like
Yeah.
you were saying.
They
Instead of building their
I
own,
don't understand the hotels and stuff.
it's like
It's like
everybody's working just to get by and living off what was done for
like
them.
the
already.
most
Yes.
genius Italians leave.
Okay, and
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
yes. On their defense, though, they're living in a very hard economical times that I don't think Europe have seen. I mean, probably after the war, in the 20s and after the war.
Yeah, it's
but then
terrible.
the 70s and the 80s and the 90s were like a big growing for the country. Right now, I thank God a lot because I left 20 years ago and I came in this country. They gave me so much opportunities, and I see everybody around me is thriving because this is the country with opportunities, right? Even now, everybody's complaining about the worst year and everything. Yeah, go and see what happened in Europe. You know how my friends of my ages, nobody can buy a house. Everybody needs to work. There's no like one parent working and the other person staying home.
They both
It's
work.
hard, you know. So yes, I agree with you. They are taking credits for what Italians built over the years, right? But I don't see how this generation is very much responsible for it.
I just feel like we, not just me, us in general, but we deserve a little more respect than what people give us because we promote the Italian culture. We make people want to go to Italy, and then they're the first ones to say that we're not Italian, this and that.
Okay,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
I agree 100% with you. Listen, I'm the one when he posted the frico and people start saying it was not an Italian
real quick, explain what
dish.
that is, real quick.
Frico is the most typical dish of Friuli Venezia Giulia. See, my face lights up when I talk about it. It's cheese, potatoes, and onions because it's a poor area of Italy, and onions and potatoes were very easy to grow, so everybody had it in their pantry, right? And cheese because like there was a lot of land and farmers, and cheese was like an investment. You know, that my grandparents were not farmers, but they invested in a cow.
Cattle, yeah.
Because the cow can give them the milk, and with the milk, then they can bring it at the Italian local creamery.
Right.
And when they get enough milk to the creamery, they get a piece of the milk for them, right? They had enough to build a wheel of cheese, make a wheel of cheese.
Yeah.
They would go to the place, and all the family would help, and then they would bring home the cheese. So there was an investment. So that's why nowadays Parmigiano Reggiano is $25 a pound, right? Back then, you know, with local cheese from your milk, you have butter, you have cream, and obviously you have milk. So that's why those three ingredients were staples in people's home, and that's how Frico was. The legend says there was just like a housewife had to make some dinner for her family, and it's like you saute the onions, then you grate the potatoes. Also, Friuli may be a small region, but you go from north to south, you have different ways of doing. Some areas they boil the potatoes and then mash them. We grate them. And then you add the cheese, the local cheese. Nowadays, everybody uses Montasio because it's the typical from Friuli, but back in the days...
It reminds me of queso frito a lot. I know it looks like it, but I'm
there
sure
is
it's
a
not
lot.
the
Like
same.
East European had something very similar. French, Austria have something very similar. But again, because onion, cheese, and potatoes, especially onion and potatoes, more than cheese, were really staples of a lot of cuisine.
That's like Campania's pasta fazool. So I guess it's like that's what I love about Italy too. You know,
I agree.
When they had abundances of these things, they made it work.
Yeah,
especially if you had big families. Like, you know, our nonna and had 8 kids, so they just figured out a way.
Like peasant dishes, you know.
It's peasant dishes, but that's why I think that Italian cuisine is so different than any others in the world. Is because they take the very simple ingredients in their peak, because we are very big on seasonality. But Italian dishes, they have like 2 or 3 ingredients. Right? It's just using the ingredient at its best. And then me as a chef, even for the small business I have, when you buy good quality ingredients, half of your job is done. You just have to respect the ingredient and cook it in a certain way. But that's what is great about Italian. That's why when you go on vacation in Italy and you have a pasta with tomato sauce in Naples, right, in the middle of summer, then you come here and you go to the restaurant and they have canned San Marzano, you say, oh, Italy's food tastes so much different. It's about the freshness, the seasonality of the ingredient. But going back...
What makes a San Marzano tomato so good?
The marketing.
So not the tomato itself?
You tell me that now you put a tomato, you harvest a tomato in Italy. You don't know when you harvest it. You harvest it, you put it in an aluminum can, that we know what the acidity does to the food, right? Acidity and aluminum and tomatoes, right? You telling me that tomato is going to be better than something that is grown here in summer in New Jersey or in Pennsylvania, or forget about the sun that we have in the south, right? In Georgia or Texas, right? You telling me that a San Marzano tomato is better than a local American tomato?
One could argue the soil.
Absolutely.
You know?
Fresh, hand-picked.
Yes, I agree.
Eaten a few days after it was
Let me get this
picked.
correct. You would pick a Jersey tomato over San Marzano
In summer, in season, if I know the farm, we like to eat organic, most of it, right? Which doesn't mean that the non-organic is not going to be good.
Because everybody always says Jersey tomatoes.
I think it's the climate a lot, right? But, I mean, you need the sun for good tomatoes. So I would pick more something from California or from Texas, certain time of the year.
Well, that's why California makes such good wine, as Italy and Argentina.
It makes good wine. It doesn't make us wine as good as Italy or France.
No?
No.
Not close?
No.
Well, that one tickled a nerve.
A Californian cab. A Californian cab.
Yeah, but listen. Hold on.
Is ages to go. Has ages to go to an Italian or a French red wine.
He's like the Italians over there a little bit.
You gatekeep a little too, though.
Yeah, he gatekeeps a little too. California wines just as good.
They are good. Okay?
Yeah, but the way you're laughing, it's like a different league. It's like Serie A and Serie C.
It is a different league, you know. The only reason why Californian wines are so expensive is thanks to Italian and French wine. Because why would you charge $25 for a Chianti but charge $10 for a Cabernet from 2020, right? I mean, they are good wine. They are amazing producers. There are some wines that are incredible. I don't think we are competing with Europe, with France or Italy yet.
So do you think Italians make the best wines in the world, or you think French?
No, I think French.
Yeah, you pick French over?
No, I don't. I don't say. I don't think is a. You can't pick who makes the best. I think that France and Italy have the best wines in the world.
What about
But
Spain?
they're good. Also, my knowledge about French, Spanish wine is not as good as the rest. But I think that if they made the best wines in the world, we would know about it.
I mean,
we don't.
we got a couple downstairs I could show you.
That is like
Spanish wines.
There is also in Italy.
But I think
so many varieties.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say.
Like-
In Spain, they're really known for like 2 or 3.
Yeah, like Argentina. I mean,
Malbecs.
a Pinot Noir from Willamette Valley is amazing.
Yeah, because
American,
the
right?
altitude there is perfect.
Absolutely incredible. But
Wait,
why do we
what's-
need to compare all the time? Why do we need to find the best?
If not, we're just gonna stay home with no TVs and not talk about
and
anything.
drink
now.
good wine.
Drink
you
good
know?
wine, maybe. Yeah.
He's right though.
We mentioned this before, and I had to talk about this. My knock in restaurants today,
Yeah.
and you being a chef, don't take offense to this.
No, no, no.
I know you.
Do I look like somebody who gets offended? With
No. But what I'm trying to say is,
Not yet.
my problem with Italian American restaurants,
Yeah.
and I guess Italian restaurants in general, is their portion of foods. We're talking about pasta fazool, right? Peasant dish years ago.
Is it pasta fagioli or pasta fazool, by the way?
It depends where you are. We say pasta
right,
fagioli.
pasta
'Cause
fagioli.
We talk Italian.
Oh, we're Napoli down though. That's what people in Napoli say. So I don't care. Pasta fazool, pasta fagioli.
He didn't pick it up.
I picked it up.
You didn't.
I just don't want. I,
You
just
didn't
don't,
want to
I don't
pick
want you to leave the show yet.
No.
You know?
Okay. I'm waiting.
All right. So what I was saying is they give you pasta fagioli, right? They put in a bowl.
Ma in Italy o qua?
No, over here. I'm talking about over here. They'll put in a small bowl. I'm talking maybe 3 cucchiar, 3 spoonfuls.
Yeah.
I'm eating it, and then it's done. And then they charge you $30 for it.
Ma
That's
you
my
live in
biggest
New-
knock.
You live in New York, though.
Yeah, but that's my biggest knock because it's from peasant food, so we're paying $30 for a dish that our ancestors
I mean,
ate.
that first of all depends on the type of restaurant,
But it's not like that by you.
In Friuli,
No, in Pennsylvania.
well, we live in the middle of nowhere. And don't make me talk.
So you're cooking
Don't
every
make me
night?
talk bad about the restaurants around me. But
I mean, I'm sure
That
you're not
we-
having great,
so there is a few very
Michelin
good
star
restaurants.
rested
Actually,
restaurants.
the best restaurant that we like is actually an Italian chef, 100% Italian. They worked 30 years in New York, in very big group, in very big places. So it's very good. But as far as what I find that the Italian restaurant over there, they're not authentic. They're mostly Italian American. There is a huge community in Pennsylvania of Italian Americans, a lot. I find them like when my kids play soccer, I see the last name.
Yeah.
Seriously, a lot of people. So in New York is a different animal, as far as restaurants. Prices that you have in New York, you need to consider.
I get it. You got rent. You got to.
Yeah,
pay.
I was
understand,
a restaurant manager for a long time in New York. So I mean, there are some expenses that they go, that you need to put in consideration. But the prices where I live in Pennsylvania, you could not do
All right,
those.
fair enough.
prices.
So maybe it's a
Yeah.
New York thing. My
is a
other
lot of
my
New
other
York.
issue is I don't know if you guys notice when you go out to restaurants,
Yeah.
the tables are probably the size of this. So you're telling me I'm getting bread, I'm getting my entree, and whoever I'm with is getting their entree, and we got 2 drinks. How's that gonna fit on the table?
In
I'm gonna,
here.
I'm gonna give
I
you.
got
I'm gonna
one
give you,
on my
I'm gonna give you
foot.
a hack.
What
Real
am I
quick.
doing?
I learned this hack. Right? You make a reservation for 3. They don't have tables of 3. They have tables of 4. Then you show up with 2 and say the other person couldn't make it.
You just saw that too. Which was it? Was the Italian guy? Was the nonno? No, was the nonno with the pizza? Who was he?
Yeah, I just posted that. Italian boss, the pizza
Yeah,
boss.
Yeah.
That's good though.
See, like I don't
What
watch
was
TV.
the
I
joke?
watch TikTok.
What was the joke about the owl?
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
so there's
So again, going back to the size of the tables, some restaurants that I work, I would be embarrassed for how the owner wants to put the tables in the dining room. But that's like, you need to think about that table as rent. That table is occupying space in the floor of the dining room, and it needs to pay for itself.
Yes.
Right.
So I agree with you. Like
It
you're
needs to make
sitting
that
next to
$50
each
an
other,
hour.
But listen, in New York is a different animal just for that. But then it doesn't happen in the fine dining.
I get it.
restaurant.
I get it. That's
Yeah.
right. But there are some upscale restaurants. I don't want to name anybody because I don't like talking bad about restaurants. Here, especially fine
Yeah.
dining. I'm over here. Sabino, he's separate from me, not
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
So I'm on a date. He's on a date.
Yeah.
I could hear his whole conversation I could recite what he was talking about
Yeah.
to whoever he's talking about.
Everything.
That's a little bit
Bro.
going in the low cost airlines and find Sabino sitting next to you.
It's on Spirit.
I didn't
I
want to say
do.
the name.
Maybe this is my problem with
I didn't wanna say the
Williamsburg.
name.
Maybe this is a Williamsburg thing. I don't know.
No, it
But
is.
it's
it
like
is.
that's my biggest pet peeve. The small tables,
Listen.
small
What about when
portions.
the music's so loud you can't even hear the person next to you?
Yeah, baby, you having a good time?
What?
So, New York is, I'm telling you, I worked in restaurants where the kitchen was like in the basement, and I was too tall to walk straight.
Yeah, I have the same
The
problem.
basement was, no, you would have been fine. You could have jumped.
Oh, thank you, Luca.
You could have jumped and touched the ceiling. But like, no, like I'm just saying, it's a New York thing. The prices where in the community I am, we are talking about the restaurants where the price needs to be average and the portion needs to be very big. Then you go down a little bit more where Easton and Allentown and Bethlehem, you may find some more good
Where's that? Just down the
restaurants.
road?
From me?
Yeah.
It's like
No, from
30
here.
Oh, 2 hours.
Yeah,
But
just-
2 hours east of New York.
Just down the block.
Yeah, down the block.
Down a
Yeah.
block. Down a block and around the corner.
Yeah.
So you're not your average guy. I feel.
I
so
like
far,
that. Thank
so
you
far,
very much. I
know,
like that.
I watch TV. You read books.
Yeah.
What's
Me?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say I read books. My kids read books. I try.
That's not fair.
I try to raise my kids as I wish I grew up.
Fair.
Reading is a gift. If you get some, I try to read, right? I am jealous of people who can spend a few days reading 500 pages book.
Yeah.
I was never the guy. I try to learn more. I think I passed a certain age where I finally understood how much learning is important. So I try, but I have a busy life.
I have this conversation with my family's lawyer all the time
Yeah,
because all day for work he's reading,
yeah.
and then like whenever I catch up with him, like we talk about certain things, and he's like, yeah, like he loves reading
Yeah.
at night, and he like sleeps 2 hours. So like he'll go home, he's like, I got lost in a book. Like I never got lost in a book in my life.
But also, I mean, their job itself, they need to be reading because the laws are changing all the time, right? And I see like a comparison. If you're doing something where you need to evolve, like in your job, like for me, I may not read books, but I have a lot of cookbooks. That's part of my job, right? Watching videos
But your
about recipes.
cookbooks are recipes. Right?
Yeah, but I also like the cookbooks that have a story behind.
Autobiographies,
You
in
know,
there.
but to me, it's like
I didn't mean it in like a way to like offend you. I meant like the recipes are like one page and then a picture of food maybe.
yes, but there's also like
That's different than reading like
I agree
about-
100%. When you talked about the lawyer, I was thinking more about him reading like laws book because the laws are changing all the time. You're just thinking about like what book in general.
No, because no,
romance,
because you don't like
Chapters.
during
Yeah,
the day.
yeah.
During the day, he's reading the laws, and then at night
Yeah.
he's reading Game of Thrones. If we're gonna be honest about what the book was,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
So-
So me, I'm reading a lot of things that I need to learn. Like last year, I read 3 books about bees because I started.
Bees?
I have 4 beehives.
Oh,
Right?
do you really?
Yeah. So
do you have any scorpions or no?
I haven't seen them yet.
So you have that space suit?
Yeah, everybody. The kids has too.
It's like the fencing suit, the same thing?
It's similar. Yeah. We bought 1 for me, my wife, and 2
That's
for
cool.
for
No,
I'd
the
love
reason
to
why
check
I
it
brought
out.
that up, my friend knows we have a buddy who has 8 scorpions. 8
does?
Scorpions?
And 8 scorpions.
They're not scorpions, they're
No,
scorpions.
they're fancier. That's why.
Yeah.
But he's dying to get rid of them. So whenever we're out, he's like, "You looking for scorpions?" Literally.
Who wants the scorpion?
See, bees, I understand. They have honey.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but that's why I asked you.
Also, we homeschooled. It was a great project for the kids.
Yeah?
For school.
So your beehives are on your property?
Yeah. It's a big job, and there's a lot of things that you have to fight with the weather and the animals. Some termite.
Aren't
killed.
bees like going extinct?
I was going to say, we need bees. No, God forbid, because we're
No,
all
they're
done.
not gonna
but,
extinct,
but they're
but-
saying they are. They're in danger.
If bees
I mean,
go
listen,
extinct,
if
we're
they,
done.
If they go and suck the nectar from a flower that was just sprayed with pesticides, they go back. They bring the pesticide
And they
in
kill
the
everybody.
beehive, and all the bees die.
Why are pesticides being sprayed on the plants? Not to get into this
For
topic.
termites.
In the plant?
And the flowers, because they collect the pollen, right? The bees.
Yeah, and like in the crops. Like all the plants start from a flower.
Right, but why are there pesticides on them? Isn't that to like what? Take bugs away
kill
from
these insects? Yeah.
including bees?
Did you ever heard of Monsanto?
No.
No.
What's that?
You serious?
Romeo Santos?
Who's Monsanto? I don't know.
Monsanto is a big pesticides company.
How am I supposed
They
to
got
know that?
sued
Yo,
for people.
I never felt more dumb in my life.
For people dying of cancer.
Oh, they got a huge backlash.
Yeah. What the fuck do you live? Man?
Listen, no, it's
Brooklyn,
fine.
Brooklyn.
Trust me.
Yo, Luca, I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and Rocco, we
We're
do not
not,
leave this 4-block radius.
So now
We just hang out in
this
different
is
corners.
Off topic, okay? Off topic.
Well, yeah, when I was younger, they would spray for mosquitoes all the time. Now you don't really see that as much.
Oh, they spray around the city. Wait, I don't know if you see it here where we live. They spray.
Well, yeah, but it's all countryside over there, I'm sure, so it's a little different. That's why I honestly had no idea.
No.
They don't
So-
do that in Italy, you know what I mean?
They do.
Really? In Campania region, I don't see anybody spraying pesticides.
Maybe I'm not saying the right word, right?
Yeah.
There are chemicals sprayed on crops.
Yeah, but I thought that's not organic then. Or am I crazy?
No, even if it's organic, you are limited on the amount that you can spray
Yeah, it's
and
a loophole.
on the
It's a loophole.
on the exactly on the
Right.
like my mom that has a garden, she tells me there's no organic. I see it. I try to do organic. There's no way to do it because either is the weather, either is you have like some bugs.
What about a greenhouse? Would that be
do a
organic?
greenhouse, but
That would be
like
organic,
greenhouse,
but
you
that's-
open the windows.
that's for the
anyway.
papaya, though,
You
the
need to have
greenhouse, no?
windows.
No, you could do plants in a greenhouse, but it's
No, most
fine.
of the stuff you buy at the store, they're from greenhouse. Where would you think the tomatoes come from, like in winter?
Greenhouses?
Do you
It's
see
too
tomato
cold.
I
plants?
thought blue houses.
Yeah, blue and yellow. Yeah, you know, like when, of course, yeah, you can get tomatoes from California, right?
Yeah,
California
yeah.
cannot give you all tomatoes for all America, but you go in every
Right,
grocery
yeah.
store in America,
Yes,
December, January, and February, and
There's
March,
tomatoes.
you're full of tomatoes. They
Yeah.
taste like shit, but not many people understand that, and
Right.
because that's what they never go to the farm and pick a tomato. They like buy a tomato that was picked like 2 days ago. They don't know that. But don't get me started with the food industry because like there is a lot of things that are going on, like from the denomination of eggs or olives. You know,
Why are eggs so expensive right now?
nowadays there's a flu. Lots of chickens got a lot of flu.
Really?
Is that the rumor or is that?
Do you know?
But why is chicken not as expensive as eggs?
So the chickens are going through
Because
a pandemic like us?
chickens
Like we
that
did?
are, yes, chickens are going through COVID. So the chickens that are used for eggs are different than
The
the
chickens they
chickens
kill.
that get for
I always
wings.
thought about that.
Really?
Like, do they lay an egg, like
true.
a dozen eggs, and then we whack them?
Get the job done.
No, they just do. We have 19 chickens.
What's the
we get
difference?
10,
What's the
12.
difference between an egg you kill and an egg that does?
Where
that?
is the breed?
Oh yeah.
Most of the chickens you find on the store, they're 8 weeks to 12 weeks old.
And you have one
You
rooster.
feed
in the
them all.
coop?
The rooster got killed by the German Shepherd.
Oh,
We
okay.
used to have a rooster. It was beautiful. We have very weird breeds.
But how do they? Do you still make anybody make any?
No, they do
handmade?
eggs anyway.
Yeah.
They keep on doing eggs anyway.
Just
Just the
nothing would be
difference, there is
inside.
a rooster. Most of the eggs would be fertilized because it would be
Right.
like.
Imagine all the chickens wearing masks now to stop this stuff.
What?
Like if they put out a mandate, if you have chickens, you gotta put a mask on them. 6 feet apart.
Un casco, a helmet. Click
Can't make
it.
this up.
No. Some even like because it spreads from different birds. So like you can have any birds come in and eat some of near your flock, then they fly somewhere else, and then they're contagious for all other things.
Contamination, basically.
Yeah.
Let's have a little fun on this one.
Yeah,
right?
this is too much.
Me and Sabino are gonna give you a type of sauce. You're gonna tell us the perfect pasta to go with that sauce.
Okay.
Cool with that?
Yeah.
We'll go one and
Italian
one.
American or real
Whatever
Italian?
you want. Whatever you want.
And you only have. Let's make it fun. You only have 5 seconds.
5
to
seconds to
answer.
think of one.
Okay.
All right, you
I
ready?
like that.
We're gonna start easy.
We're
and
going
then
speed here, like this.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom.
Ready.
Pomodoro sauce.
Spaghetti.
That's it. Or put anything with it or just.
Oh, a plate?
Yeah.
Spaghetti and Parmigiano Reggiano and Basilico.
Beautiful.
Okay, beautiful. I see that.
Right. Well, you don't have 5 seconds. I have 5 seconds. You can take.
Yeah, we'll go 1-on-1. Go shot for shot.
Lasagna.
What?
Lasagna. Beautiful lasagna with artichoke, sausage, and smoked mozzarella. It's my mother's recipe.
I don't think we understand the game. A type of sauce.
Huh?
Lasagna. Yo, you good? Okay. What planet are you on?
Many things Sabino doesn't understand.
What planet are you
Oh,
on?
so I gotta name a sauce.
Yeah.
Pesto sauce.
Fusilli.
Fusilli.
Yeah. No?
You gotta follow up with something. Like,
Me?
yeah, give us.
What do you mean?
You just say like fusilli with what, or just
Say una bella fusilli.
Pesto,
Yeah.
fusilli and chicken, if you are Italian American. Huh?
all right.
Or shrimp. Actually, pesto and shrimp is delicious.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
See,
you're right,
that's
you're
what
right.
I like.
Yeah.
You did, that was over 5
You can
seconds.
do an arugula pesto.
That's no
Huh?
because it's over 5
Arugula
seconds.
pesto.
Yeah,
Arugula pesto.
carrot top pesto. That's the most stupid
Carrot
thing
top
ever.
pesto.
Yeah.
What's carrot
People
top pesto?
invent shit. No, don't throw away your carrot tops. Make a pesto. It's so,
That's for serial killers.
Serial killers
Yeah.
with milk.
All right. Next one, we'll go carbonara.
Carbonara, you can't mess around. It's like 3 ingredients. Also, like, I use the whole egg. Many people use only the yolk, right? But it should be guanciale, pecorino, and
waffle.
and the egg. Yeah, I forgot the egg. Pasta. I like spaghetti carbonara, but I see a lot of people doing it with paccheri, large paccheri.
Yeah, that's a new
I don't
thing
see
now, right?
as long as it's like pecorino romano, but it's like this is what I'm saying. Like, why there is gotta be so many rules?
Yeah.
Right. Many people in America, you can't find guanciale.
Yeah.
Use
So
a
people
pancetta.
bacon.
Come on.
People use bacon too.
Huh?
Bacon's too fat.
Well, bacon
though.
is different.
I will say I think
you know?
paccheri's better.
You like better?
Yeah, I think
I
paccheri.
love long pastas.
See, I'm more of a
But
rigatoni guy.
I would say for carbonara, it needs to be a dry pasta.
Yes.
I wouldn't
Yes,
use
yes.
like
No
an egg
fresh,
pasta,
no
no
fresh.
fettuccine,
Right.
no. Yeah, bucatini usually is with a matriciana. But I don't see why not.
you-
As long as you break them, they all good.
Yeah. You got
Can you
another
tell
one?
us the technique of the carbonara, how to make it?
Yes. So
Show us
carbonara, the classic. You break the egg. I use the
Show
whole,
us everything.
I use the whole yolk, right? No, the whole egg. So you break it on the bowl. You add the pecorino. You make this.
More, yeah.
You make like the paste, right? And then I add some of the pasta water, just a little bit.
How do you do that?
And the egg?
Yeah. So you temper the egg a little bit and the egg cooks. Granted, I don't care to eat raw egg. I've been eating raw eggs all my life.
Okay,
But,
Rocky
you know,
Balboa.
people are getting freaked out about it. So I temper, right? And then, obviously, you cook the guanciale. Gotta be careful. No fat on the pan. You put the guanciale. You turn on the heat, cold pan. So the guanciale renders the fat slowly, right? Then you gotta be careful because it takes a second to burn, huh? Because it's oil.
I like
becomes
crispy.
oil.
I'm weird. I like crispy.
No, it needs to be crispy. Then you take it out. You're left with the oil, right? You take your pasta. You drop it in the oil. Be careful, low heat, because otherwise
the water's
the
in there,
fire.
so, yeah.
Forget about it. But then
That's what the Sabino would do.
the start.
That's what happened
yeah.
to me. You know, I have no idea.
I did a video like that with aglio
Oh,
olio
that's right. Yeah,
peperoncino.
that's right.
That wasn't planned. Like I saw this giant flame. I said, like, my eyebrows are gone. So then you saute the pasta with the fat of the guanciale, right? With some heat, because the starch of the pasta is going to already start giving you the creaminess with the fat.
Right.
And then, again, different people do it in different way. I turn off the heat when my pasta is very hot, and I saute the pasta. You gotta do the wrist flip, right?
Yeah.
So, and then with one hand, I add the mix with the pecorino and the egg, and then I saute the pasta.
This looks so
Yo,
wrong.
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. What you just explained, like, you need to be an Olympian to do.
Okay, so if you don't want to do that, you keep the heat on very low heat. You turn it.
The lowest.
Yeah, but then you take your pan off the heat. You mix with
The
egg
egg?
tongs, and then you add the egg. The problem is you cannot add the egg
While it's cooking.
and don't move it.
Right, you have
Then
to.
you get scrambled eggs.
Right.
And believe me, now MasterChef, blah blah blah. when I cook for my friends, we were 19 years old up in the mountains for New Year's Eve. I did make a scrambled egg. I wanted to make carbonara. And that's one of the things that my friends were joking about.
It's a lesson learned.
When I won MasterChef, like, this guy couldn't even cook the carbonara, and now look at him.
You got another sauce for him?
No, I actually want to ask him a couple of fun questions.
We'll do one more.
One more sauce.
One more sauce.
Vodka sauce.
Who?
Vodka sauce.
Salsa di vodka.
There needs to be a limit on stuff, right? You have an Italian here. You talk about, there's so many good sauces. You bring up vodka sauce.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? I don't know. Do you ever eat vodka sauce?
Yeah.
You don't.
You gotta start doing something
you
where
don't.
people gatekeep. As a gatekeeper, or something like
Gatekeeper. Okay, keep it down.
Like do like a little.
All right. I never cooked vodka sauce in my life. But if I would cook, it would be like penne, rigatoni, whatever the dog likes. Give vodka sauce to the dog. Just joking.
Oh, there it is.
Just joking.
Your dog's eating good.
No, rigatoni.
You give like vodka sauce to the chickens too, or no?
No, I'm freak with the food because I eat those eggs. Yeah. So they only eat good food.
Because my
I'm
nonna,
a freak about food with my
nonna
kids,
on the farm,
with me.
Really?
She would like give like some scraps to the chickens sometimes.
Oh, yeah, scratch
Like
it.
bread.
So
or
we
stuff.
go to a local farm. Now they're closed because of winter. But the local farm has a section of things that are about to go bad, and they sell half a price, and I give that to the chickens. So apples,
fruits.
carrots, celery.
Yeah.
Chickens love that, but otherwise but also their pasture, they graze all day out. They eat a lot. Yeah. Hopefully they eat a lot of ticks, bugs in general.
So
but
wait, you're not worried about. You're worried about your chickens eating penne vodka, but you're not worried about them eating ticks.
No, they're good for ticks. They eat. That's what they eat.
But that's like you're eating ticks.
No, they take it away from me and
Really?
the kids. Yeah, they play outside all the time. In
That's
Pennsylvania,
That's a
ticks
good
are a
point.
big problem.
Sure.
We check every time in summertime. You gotta check them twice a day.
You have a free range by you, or is like in a coop? They need to go in a coop.
They go free range.
Free range?
Yeah. Also, we have a fence, but
There's a fence.
They
I'm
climb.
assuming.
No, they climb.
Yeah.
They go. That's what the beauty.
Can me
is.
and Rocco come to the farm?
Please, it's not a farm. It's a house.
Oh.
We can do a segment in my kitchen.
could do a tour.
My kitchen's beautiful.
How about we do like a video of you cooking whatever's in the garden, and like.
Oh, that'd be
I don't have a
nice.
garden.
Right.
Garden's too much time.
Oh, so you just have chickens.
You bring stuff. You come in with a bag of
And I
food.
say-
Luca, make us lunch.
and it's only gotta be produce.
Whatever you
We
want.
should do a
Produce and a
challenge.
meat. And a meat.
Whatever
We'll
you
bring
want.
the 5 most random things. Say,
Yeah,
Luca,
and then you make something.
see what you can do with this.
No, the chickens, they fly. They go everywhere. That's the
Yeah.
cool part.
yeah,
They fly?
Chickens,
I never seen a chicken fly.
you know they have wings, right? You never
Yeah,
ate
but-
chicken wings?
Yeah, but they just walk.
No, they can fly. I mean, they don't fly
They
like
jump like
eagles.
5 feet. No, like nothing crazy.
5 feet, yeah. No,
Maybe
more.
a little more.
Oh, forget about it. Yeah, more.
Yeah.
They land in my head sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
When I have food in my head, forget about it. They come all over. Like come i piccioni a Venezia.
yeah.
What's like your morning routine? First thing you do, you wake up.
I tell my kids to shut up so I can sleep more.
So you don't wake up early?
Stato cheat.
So I woke up. I don't really get out of bed right away. So Luca is the oldest one. He's the early bird of the house.
So what time does he wake
So
up?
he woke up around 10:20. Yeah.
That's
my
not
wife.
super early though.
No, it's not super. My
Like
wife.
you're talking about a Sunday or something, like a
no,
day.
every day. We homeschool. So
Oh,
we
you
don't
homeschool.
Have, so they don't have to go to school.
Man, I'm so
We
jealous
don't
of
have
your
bus
kids.
and stuff. So my wife has a big job. She's like head of marketing for a big security.
Are you sure you're
company.
not Amish?
No, but I mean, I don't see nothing wrong being Amish.
Homeschool.
We are really old school, more than Amish, and we
Okay.
like things in a certain way. And nowadays, things change a lot of the way that we grew up, which is not bad or wrong. It's just what we like and what we prefer. My wife, like today, she woke up at 6 because she has people working in Europe in her company, so sometimes she has to do early meetings. But I would say like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
So who teaches the kids, you or your wife?
Well, she works during the day, but the kids are 7 and 8. So the program that they do for school right now is very easy, and they can read, so they get to stuff on their own. And if they need some help, I'm there. Mostly, I'm there to make sure that they do the things right.
So like they have
It's like remote learning. kind of.
We don't do with screen. We do it just with workbooks.
Oh, okay.
So
I
they
see.
follow. We
give an
follow
objective.
curriculum.
Yeah, gotcha.
They do. What the beauty of homeschooling is they have a lot of free time. So
This makes my question so much more interesting now. So they wake up at 10.
They don't.
You said your son Luca wakes up at 10.
No, Luca was 7:10. 7.
7:10 he wakes up.
7 o'clock, 7:15, 7:20.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 10
Yeah.
o'clock.
No.
So he wakes up at 7:15.
Yeah, around is the earliest one.
And what do they do?
But
They
I
make-
hear him because he's right there. So
Yeah.
what he does, he cuddles with the dog. We have a German Shepherd. So he cuddles with the dog. Then eventually he opens the door, and I hear the door opening. And then depending on the weather, if it's very cold,
You sleep.
he doesn't go and open the chickens. But today was already 45 when we woke up.
Beautiful day.
So he put a jacket on. He went to feed the chickens, make sure they have water. So the chickens, they up and going. And by that time, we are on too. Like you make a coffee. Luca made pancakes for breakfast for him and Valentino.
Wow.
And
But
then
how gangster would it be to wake up, go outside, and pick your eggs, like pick your
Yeah,
breakfast?
he came back with 12 today.
Wow.
Some I think they were from yesterday. Sometimes they hide them, the chickens, in places that we don't
How do you know
find them.
which ones are going to hatch more chickens?
They don't have a rooster.
Hatch?
Oh,
no, I see.
lay.
Hatch
You
more
mean lay?
No, so let's say you have 12 eggs. What about if one of them has a chicken in it? Do you know?
No, because we pick them every day. It doesn't have enough time to...
Yeah,
Oh,
but
so
there's
that's
no
how it
rooster
works?
anyways, though. So
You're right. There's no
Yeah.
rooster.
So teach us how a chicken hatches.
Hatches or lays?
I just confused myself.
Lay is when they drop
All right,
the
how
egg.
do you get more chickens?
You need a rooster.
yeah.
And then you...
What does the rooster do?
This
So,
is your homeschooling.
First of
Sabino
all,
now.
let's say we had 19 chickens, right?
Uh-huh.
Like we have now. Let's say we have a rooster. The time that we decide that we want more chicks, we would have to take the rooster and
Separate.
2 or 3 hen and separate them completely, because once the rooster does his job,
You put them in the boom boom room or something?
I mean, they do whatever they have to do, right? But then you need to make sure that chicken, the hen, needs to lay on her eggs.
She's gonna once she lays those eggs, she's protected.
She's
of
gonna
them.
be there, right?
Yeah.
If there are other
so
chickens
crazy.
around, they usually drop the egg in the same place. That's why
gotcha.
sometimes you put the fake egg or the golf ball, because when they see it, they say, "Oh, let me go there." That's why you most likely find the eggs all in the same spot from different chickens.
Right.
If you want to reproduce, to have more chicks, you will have to separate them. But also need to have a good rooster and a nice rooster. Some roosters are mean.
Yeah.
If you have 2, they'll kill each other, right?
Depends, but most
right,
likely
yeah.
they fight a lot.
And they'll wake you up in the morning too, right?
Well, that's I think is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. my,
Yeah,
my,
we listen when our rooster, because we started last year and we hatched eggs, and that's a beautiful process for me. I'm sure for the kids, it takes 18 days for the chickens to start hatching, 18 to 21. Then when they break the shell, you hear the first chirping. That's amazing. And out of all the chickens, there was one that was very different from the others, was white with a black stripe, and the kids called him Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
like Star Wars,
yeah,
right?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
cool.
Yeah, and that chicken grew to be the biggest one and the rooster.
How do your kids know about Star Wars if they don't have a TV?
I didn't say we don't watch stuff. We have
You're confusing
internet.
me.
We have internet. So they get screen time, but it's very selected. And it's not just like they're going to open the TV, they're going to turn on the TV if they are bored. They have screen time when they did their chores, when they did their school, and not every day. But Star Wars is a must, you know? There are some things like, if it was for me, I would
What are
watch
some other must that they have to watch?
The House on the Prairie.
Oh, that's a great movie.
They watched, the series, the episode.
Little House on the Prairie?
They watched all the episodes in black and white, from colors to everything.
Man, Luke is
like
officially
old
the
school.
most interesting man in the world. You ever said Dos Equis guy? I feel like he should be the Peroni.
Nowadays, it's Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, Papa?
The old one. The old cartoons.
Yeah, Scooby
Scooby-Doo. Yeah, we canceled Disney.
No
And
good?
We just don't like Disney's agenda lately. So my wife found a subscription through Amazon where you get all the cartoons of back in the day, the Flintstones,
Oh yeah.
Scooby-Doo. Right now are the other one, but for years growing up, they watched something called Wildcrats. It is a cartoon that teaches about animals, and my kids know about animal like crazy. Just watching this show, there's like a documentary made into a cartoon, or the dinosaurs. I still cannot say.
Dinosaur, no,
Dinosaurs. There was like a dinosaur train.
Do you really think dinosaurs were real?
Who am I to think? I don't pay too much attention on that. I think that many things that they
I want to know
tell us-
I want your real opinion. Like,
No,
what do you think happened?
I think it's very hard for anybody to know what happened thousands of years, millions of years ago. I do think that a lot of things in the books that are told
fake?
like to be true, people are just.
So you don't think meteoroids hit them?
I really don't have too much of an opinion. It's hard to say, It's a big questions like, is God real or not?
Science, yeah, it's all.
That's all up to you, to your faith, right?
I hope like the day when I go, like they give me like a crash course and answer all these questions.
Eventually, we'll know everything.
Yeah, I don't think so.
'Cause those are like
Well, that's again.
the dinosaurs is one of like
that's up to your faith. If you think that
dinosaurs is like one of the first 10 questions for me.
they say chicken is
First
the
dinosaur?
direct from the T-Rex. Right?
So wait, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You ever heard that one?
I did hear that one.
Which one?
He's thinking.
Nobody knows.
What's
God
your opinion?
came first, and you gotta ask God when you go to heaven.
Jizu.
What did you do first? Right? Did you just drop a chicken down there, or was it an egg first?
I think we're all descendants from one thing. You want me to be honest? I feel like we all started as one thing, and we all adapted to be what we are today. I feel like that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
I think we never know.
But we'll never know. Like I also believe in God and Adam and Eve for whatever it's worth. So
Well, no, Adam and Eve, I can't believe in.
You can't.
I mean, another thing, you ever heard that all the world was like together and then they separated?
Yeah. Well,
Do you believe in
the
that?
land is
I think
changing.
that's real. I
Land
think
is
that's real.
changing a lot, huh?
Do you think California is going to go underwater?
Venice
You think
will.
Venice is gonna go underwater?
I want to go
But
there
Venice
before it
was
happens.
Venice was man built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm
Why did they do that there?
they were genius.
But why?
They knew back then that they could build something on wood, and because there was no oxygen in the water, they would not go rotten. It's crazy. Nowadays they build stuff in Italy, and 10 years later it
I
comes
can't even
down.
hang this picture frame for 8 months, but they built a whole village on. Crazy.
If you wait more, they're not gonna make it to the next Euro Cup.
Yeah, maybe that's why they didn't make the World Cup.
Yeah, we gotta hang this.
You hang the
we
thing
gotta
up.
hang this up.
Yeah.
We'll do it after this podcast.
Is there anything you wanted to say to? Everybody. This is Luca Manfe. We took us an hour to get to our intro, but you were on the show before, so I felt like we didn't need to.
It was a whole different podcast this time.
Yeah,
Right?
and
Beautiful.
we had a lot of clips that went crazy. So
Thank you.
I didn't feel like I need to introduce you. I know people know who you are. They see you on MasterChef. They see you on our pod.
10 years now from MasterChef.
Exactly, you're a legend.
And you won MasterChef.
I
So
did
for the
win
people,
MasterChef.
Is there anything you want to tell anybody that's watching this pod?
About me or about their life?
tell them about what you're working
Anything you want? Yeah, what you're working on.
project.
No,
right now.
I don't work. Like my main job is to be home with the kids.
on. No.
Then-
The
Dinner with Luca.
yes.
No, that's where I was going. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
my main job right now is a service called Dinner with Luca,
Okay.
when I cook in people's home.
Okay. And you booked this on your website?
You can book through the website or through the Yelp page, but I have a website.
On Yelp you do it?
Well, Yelp does Dinner with Luca. So when where I live right now, people go and do the Poconos, private chef.
Oh, that's fire.
When they Google that, Yelp comes first, and I'm number 1 on Yelp as far as reviews.
Oh, nice.
But people follow me on social media too. I get a lot of people that just maybe
through
on
there?
TikTok see the For You page, right? And they start following me, and they see that I do that through my website. So that's it's mostly the weekends. People go find a bachelor party, bachelorette, anniversary dinner, birthday party. They invite me to their house.
How far is the Poconos from where you live? It's close by?
No, I'm in the Poconos.
Oh, you're in the Poconos.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big area. It's
Now,
like
when I know if we're going to go party or come see you.
yeah, you know how many people come from New York and they get a house and they get somebody to cook for them. Yeah.
Now I'm going to say, if everybody goes, I need a chef for Poconos,
Yeah,
I'm going to say, I got a guy.
that's me. Honestly, yeah, because we are not only probably the busiest, but we also do very good food.
I was gonna say, mention what you're doing this summer.
Yeah, and then so this summer we launch it's actually in October, but yeah, I just launched a new project. It's called Italy with Luca.
Okay.
I always talk how much I love Friuli and where I grew up. So I put together a trip, 10 days tour.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
We land in Venice. We spend 2 days in Venice, and then we take a bus and we go to the Prosecco region. We're gonna see the Prosecco vineyards, and then we go to Trieste, which is one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. And Italy everywhere is beautiful. I always feel the Friuli is a hidden gem that not a lot of people know about it, because obviously, like, how many times people go really to Italy? So you're gonna try to do Venice, Rome, and Florence, and the Amalfi Coast and Sicily, and I agree with that. So what I'm trying to do is to tell people, hey,
It's something else.
Friuli is full of art. We have castles, we have Roman ruins, we have wineries everywhere, lots of history, and of course, amazing food. So we're going in October for 10 days. That's the first time. This is the first time I launched the project. It's very cool. Also, we're still doing a lot of cooking classes.
Awesome.
People hire me to do online cooking classes. The cool thing is, like, people that have family all over the country, right?
That's
Hey,
awesome. Yeah.
let's make some food together.
Right.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I do. Most of it, is the kids. I take them to soccer, gymnastics. They do violin. The chickens.
I feel like your kids are going to be like super successful, like an astronaut. Or
Well, we all hope the same for our kids, right? I don't know about that. It's just like
something like extra special.
it's just at a certain point in their life is going to be just up to them. You can lead them to a certain point.
You could bring them to the creek, but it's up to them to drink the water.
Yeah, there's one I love is like you can lead a horse to the
Yeah.
water,
Yeah.
but
That's
you can't
really
make him drink.
That's really the phrase, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. I use it a lot when I'm
I use it too.
when I'm talking to a Shemunido that doesn't understand.
I'd be like, listen, you bring them to the water,
Like,
but it's
okay,
up to you to
right,
drink it.
I'm done with you. I tried my best, but it's true. We try. I think everybody tries that for their kids. But at the end of the day, success is for each his own. Somebody can be successful with $1 billion, but not be happy, right? Somebody can be happy like me, making enough, to go by. I mean, my wife has a great job, so we are a big team together. But even after MasterChef, I chose my family instead of restaurants. I had a food truck for a while after the show. But then I realized that if I was staying in that industry, I was not gonna see my family too much. So that's my thing of success. I think, thankful to America, I couldn't be doing this lifestyle in Italy. We're going a month and a half in Italy again now.
Nice.
You see, Italians come to America for a month and a half in vacation.
If they stay at your house, they will.
Yeah, forget about it. Yeah,
Everything free. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's a big, I'm happy where I am. Obviously, I'm always trying to do most. We do cooking videos all the time online because you want to do. You need to stay up nowadays. If you don't do that, right? If you don't post every day, might as well don't do it. Right?
You want to get lost in the wild. You got to be relevant. It's trying to
but
stay
it's
relevant.
hard. It changed a lot.
You're doing great right now, though. You got to keep going with
Thank
those
you.
TikToks.
No, I'm trying, and once you get the rhythm of it and see what people like most than others. But I was telling you before, like 10 years ago after the show, it was so much easier, Like people would come to you, hey, Luca, we want you, can you do a video with our product? They would send a crew to you, they would fly you out, they would pay you cash. Nowadays, everybody's an influencer. Hey, I'll send you a box of cookies. Can you do a video for me?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. The industry changed a lot. So you need to stay up with that. And if you want to try to get something out of it. You need to be sul pezzo, no? In Italy.
Yeah.
Batti il ferro finché è caldo.
Yeah, you're right. The last thing I wanted to touch on before we go, it would be a disservice to everybody watching this if I didn't bring this up. First of all, I had a great time joking around with you.
Okay.
But when I was dressing myself this morning, I put on these pants. And I'm thinking to myself, like, are they too baggy? Like I was like questioning, like, okay, it's my first time wearing them. I got them tailored a little bit because they were even bigger. What was like your thought process with the matching shoes and belt and this? Like, I want to know what you were thinking when you were dressing today. Not in like saying that it's fly.
It's a business card, right? Mm-hmm. Last time I was just wearing a sweater, right? Also, I lost 12 pounds in the past 2 months.
Nice.
But I'm making a point. I think is important to dress in a certain way when you're going out to special occasion, and I feel this is more about my style. Right?
I like it. Yeah.
And also, it's easier to look good in a suit.
Yeah, very.
You know what I mean? Like,
especially if it fits you good.
Yeah, I mean, these I bought in Italy, so you can see they're like stylish and stuff, but they're cheap. I don't spend thousands of dollars on the way I look. I just like to buy in a certain way. But you guys are a great platform, and last time you had me here, you actually gave me a big push. So I thought I need to dress up for the occasion.
In 30 seconds, tell our followers why they should follow you right now.
Everybody should follow me because I'm authentic, 100% Italian. You see a lot of great food, but you also see a lot of my life with my kids, with my family, with my wife. And I think it's a fresh air because I'm not fake. You're going to see me in the bad days, and most of the time you see me in the good days.
Love it. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
See you guys
Always
soon.
a pleasure. Grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao.